and five-time world karate kickboxing champion Anthony Elmore, who is also Memphis' first independent 35mm theatrical filmmaker. I'm here today to give you a video. My video is titled Dr. Charles Williams and Mary E. Mitchell Teach White Supremacist False Narrative that Orange Mound began in 1890. I'm here to challenge the Jedi mind trick. You see, in 2013, a PBS documentary was written, produced, directed by Jay Killingsworth. The documentary was called A Community Called Orange Mound that premiered on PBS or WKNO in Memphis. On this video, you will see anthropologist Dr. Charles Williams, who also in 2013, he wrote the book African American Life and Culture in Orange Mound. Now, we are here to challenge white supremacy, racism. He and Mary Mitchell teach that Orange Mound started in 1890. Has this marker on his book. And we're challenging this white supremacy, this racism, and we're here to challenge that, and we'll prove that Dr. Charles Williams is wrong. Mary Mitchell is wrong. In that they promoted white supremacy by naming E. Mitchell, the founder of Orange Mound, is number one, and number two, Dr. Charles Williams and Jay Killingsworth, they used the playbook of the white supremacist historian of the Sons of Confederate veteran Baron Deaderick. They used this as part of the documentary, and Dr. Williams used this. And we're here to challenge this assertion. Let's, first of all, listen to Dr. Charles Williams.
So let me go through a couple of slides here for you, just to kind of show you a few things. This plaque is right out here. Right up here at the community center. So you can read it and look at it. But what it says is that Orange Mound was developed as a Negro subdivision at the turn of the century, 1900, but really it was started in 1890, really before the turn of the century. Orange Mound is named after this plant. It's called Osage orange. An Osage orange. Well, some people call them horse apple.
Here, we could have a sense of ownership. We could have a sense of viability. We could have a sense of community. We could have a sense of belonging. Property ownership has always been a tremendous value in American culture.
The established historical narrative surrounding the origins of Orange Mound, particularly as promoted by figures like Dr. Charles Williams and Mary E. Mitchell, constitutes a profound betrayal of Black history in a calculation of white supremacist ideology. Despite readily available and irrefutable evidence to the contrary, these individuals, often positioned as authorities on Black historical narratives, deliberately chose to disregard the foundational role of the Black community itself. You see, the true birth of Orange Mound is not marketed by a land transaction, but by its spiritual and communal roots. You see, the establishment of Mount Moriah Baptist Church and Mount Pisgah CME Church, both founded in 1879, these were far more than just places of worship. Emerging directly from the crucial of slavery in its immediate aftermath, they served as vital refuge, centers of faith, beacons of hope for newly freed African Americans. Imagine the profound significance for former slaves, less than 2 decades removed from bondage, pooling their meager resources, uniting in faith, and establishing their own institutions to find solace in the community and the salvation on earth. These deep-rooted black agency is undeniable, exemplified by Melrose Baptist Church purchase of its land at 2634 Carnes Avenue at Boston Avenue in 1883, a monumental act of black land ownership that predates E. Mitchell's alleged subdivision efforts by a full 7 years. Furthermore, the conventional notion that E. Mitchell developed Orange Mound by simply selling 981 plots of land in 1890 is fundamentally flawed, lacking any tangible proof of an actual built community. There are no photographs, no tax records for built homes, and not a single written account from the period confirming the construction of a community on the scale under his direct purview. You see, Anthony F. Elmore, rightly emphasizes the complete absence of such evidence, the sheer logical absurdity of fitting 981 single-story homes, typically 25 by 100 feet in dimension, onto a mere 64 acres without any pre-existing or concurrent infrastructure is undeniable. This planned community would have been a humanitarian crisis, a verifiable shantytown devoid of proper roads, sewage, water, or trash disposal, necessitating hundreds of outdoor toilets. Such conditions are not characteristics of a planned community in any respectable American context. You see, the incontrovertible evidence of a thriving pre-existing black community is further solidified that by Shelby County government construction of the first school for African Americans in District 18 in 1890, located at the corner of Spotswood and Boston, directly behind Mount Moriah Baptist Church. A school built where a community already lives and thrives, clearly demonstrating that a viable black community existed in Orange Mound prior to E. Mitchell, whose primary act was merely registering the name Orange Mound for land already occupied and imbued with black life. You see, Dr. Charles Williams, in his 2013 book, African American Life and Culture in Orange Mound, Case Study 1890-1980, deliberately perpetuates the 1890 narrative by erroneously crediting a white man, E. Mitchell, as the founder of this vital black community. This historical distortion is compounded by his uncritical reliance on sources like Baron Deaderick, a known son of Confederate veteran historian whose grandfather was a slaveholder, and by his perpetuation of an ancestral Orange Mound tree origin for the name Orange Mound. And add insult to injury, Mary E. Mitchell similarly promotes this flawed historical account. Critically, both Dr. Charles Williams and Mary E. Mitchell appear to purposely overlook the pervasive and suffocating influence of E.H. Crump, the autocratic boss and mayor of Memphis, who enforced strict segregation and maintained a city under form of martial law during this period. By dismissing the established origins of the black churches and embracing a white-centric founding narrative, Dr. Charles Williams and Mary E. Mitchell, despite their own racial identity and positions of authority, betrayed not only the specific history of Orange Mound, but also the broader narrative of black American resilience and self-determination. Their actions undermine the truth of Orange Mound as the first self-formed post-slavery community in America built by and for black people. tragically becoming a manifestation of black-on-black racism through their discrediting of black agency and calling the white man E.E. Mitchell, the founder of Orange Mound, is a crying shame.